The dinner table was set for 4. White china, crystal glasses, pot roast in the center. A 4th chair, empty, positioned with the precision of a prop on a stage. My mother was smiling. The specific smile she produces when she is about to take something apart. My father waited until Ben lifted his fork. Then he set down his napkin with the deliberate care of a man who has rehearsed this moment, turned to my fiancé, looked him directly in the eyes, and said, "There is something you need to know about Juliet before you marry her." Pause. She had an illegitimate child at 18. She tried to trap a man with it. When he refused, she cast that daughter aside like refuse. My mother leaned in. Her voice dropped to a hiss that was somehow louder than a shout. "Don't let her trap you the same way. She abandoned her own child. She is corrupted to her very core." I sat at that table. I said nothing. Not because I had no words. Because what my parents could not possibly know, in all their weeks of planning, all their careful intelligence gathering, all their absolute certainty that tonight they would finally destroy me, was that my fiancé had already spent 6 months rebuilding every single thing they had broken. And they had no idea that she was about to walk through that door. The daughter they forced me to give away. 8 years old, dark curls, white dress, purple sash, holding a hand-drawn sign that said, "See you at the rehearsal dinner." My name is Juliet Anderson. I am 29 years old. And 14 days before my wedding, my own parents sat across a candlelit table and tried to reduce my entire life to a story that would fit inside their shame. They failed. But to understand how completely they failed, you need to understand what they built for 8 years. What they destroyed. What they were still, even now, trying to protect. And what my daughter had been quietly drawing on her bedroom wall in Brooklyn. 2 shadow figures with question marks where our faces should have been. Ben and I met in the St. Catherine's Library when I was 16 and he was 18. He was sketching architectural drawings for his portfolio. A house with a wraparound porch, wide windows, trees surrounding it on every side. "A someday project," he said, "for when I have a family." He gave me that sketch on my 17th birthday, folded along 4 creases. I carried it everywhere for 2 years. It is still in a box in my closet, along the same creases. Some things hold their original shape no matter what happens around them. We dated for 2 years. He enrolled at MIT for architecture. I planned on pre-med at Boston College. My mother tolerated the relationship the way she tolerated anything she couldn't control, with a steady current of small, sharp remarks. "He is too old for you, Juliet." 2 years difference. To her, it was simply more evidence of my poor judgment, a running file she had been building since I was approximately 11. In December 2016, I was 18 and a freshman at BC. I missed my period. I sat on the edge of my dorm bathtub and stared at 2 lines for 20 minutes. Then I made the worst decision of everything that followed. I called my mother before I called Ben. She drove to campus. I sat across from her and said, crying, "Mom, I'm pregnant. I don't know what to do." She did not hold me. She did not ask if I was all right. She said quietly and precisely, "You will resolve this." I told her I couldn't do that. Her face went the specific white of something draining. "Then we will handle it another way." That was the moment the decision stopped being mine. January 2017. My parents withdrew me from Boston College. "Medical leave," they told the registrar. I returned to my childhood bedroom in Wellesley. They called it homeschooling. In practice, I sat in a room with a growing belly and no phone access, no Ben, no exit. They had already handled Ben. Using my email account, they sent a breakup message on my behalf. "I think we should end this. It's not working." He called for 2 weeks. My mother answered every time. "Juliet needs space. Please stop." He stopped. He had no way of knowing. I had no way of reaching him. My father made his position explicit. If you contact him, we disown you. No college, no car, no phone. You will have nothing. He said it without heat, the way people state weather conditions. That was always the most effective version of his authority. The cold, factual kind. So I stayed, and I let them orchestrate what came next. At 3:42 a.m. on August 13th, 2017, I was admitted to Newton Wellesley Hospital. The labor lasted 16 hours. My parents sat in the waiting room, not for comfort, but for containment. The adoption social worker arrived in a gray suit with a clipboard and a smile calibrated to convey professional sympathy. I gave birth to a girl, 6 pounds, 8 ounces. Dark hair, perfect in every detail. I asked to hold her. My mother said, "It's better if you don't. A clean break is easier." The social worker nodded her practiced agreement. But a young nurse, maybe 25, with steady hands and the quiet competence of someone who reads rooms, looked at me, then at the infant, then at me again. She made her own decision. "I can give you a few minutes," she said softly, and she placed my daughter on my chest. 90 seconds. That is what I was given. I tried to memorize everything with the desperate efficiency of a person who knows they are about to lose something and cannot stop it. Her weight, heavier than I'd imagined, solid and warm and real. The particular heat of a newborn's scalp. A small birthmark on her left shoulder, shaped like a crescent moon. The way her fingers curled slightly inward as if holding something invisible. I whispered, "I'm so sorry." My mother said, "That's enough." The nurse lifted her from my chest. I was sobbing with the complete, breathless quality of grief that hasn't yet found form. "What's her name?" I begged. "Please, just tell me her name." The social worker said, "The adoptive family will give her a name." They offered me a sedative. I was so entirely undone that I accepted. When I woke 6 hours later, she was gone. Different arms, different home, different name. I hadn't said goodbye. I hadn't even known her name. On August 14th, 2017, I signed the papers for a closed adoption. No contact, no information, no updates, ever. My mother stood over me while I signed. She said, "You'll thank us when you're older." I went home and didn't leave my room for 3 weeks. My mother converted the nursery into a guest room within the week. New curtains, new furniture, fresh paint over the evidence. "There's no point in dwelling," she said. She said it with genuine conviction. That was always the most frightening thing about her. She actually believed what she was doing was right. I started therapy in October 2017. My therapist said, "You've experienced a profound loss. Grief has no timetable." I said, "But I chose this, didn't I?" She looked at me for a long time before she asked, "Did you? Truly?" Every August 13th for the next 8 years, I called in sick, stayed in bed, and counted the hours since I had last held her. 90 seconds. I kept a box in the back of my closet. 8 sealed birthday cards, 1 per year, written and never sent, because there was no address, no name, no way through. Every August 13th, I drove to the Newton Wellesley Hospital parking lot and parked in the exact spot my parents had parked that night. I sat in the dark. I counted her birthdays. I whispered to the air, "You're 2 today. You're 5. Do you have my eyes? Do you like school?" No answer ever came. I transferred to Simmons University's nursing program in 2018. If I couldn't protect my daughter, maybe I could protect someone else's. I graduated in May 2021 and started at Children's Hospital Boston, pediatric unit. Every infant I held was a reminder. My therapist asked if it was self-punishment or healing. "Possibly both," I said. She said that was honest. I built a life that looked functional, a career I genuinely loved, an apartment in Cambridge, good friends, ongoing therapy. I dated occasionally. Nothing lasted. Every relationship carried the specific hollow feeling of something that almost fits but doesn't. Every August 13th, I disappeared. My friend Claire, fellow nurse, pediatric specialist, the person who knows everything about me, never pushed. She just made sure I ate something the next day. My parents and I maintained minimal contact. Holidays, superficial conversation. The performance of a family that had agreed, without ever discussing it, to never mention what happened. I thought about my daughter every single day. They behaved as if she had never existed. March 15th, 2023. I was on rounds on the 4th floor of Children's Hospital when an administrator brought through an architect measuring the new pediatric wing expansion. The architect turned around. 8 years. He looked older, more settled, jaw sharper. The ease of a man who had built something real, but unmistakably him. The administrator said, "Juliet Anderson, this is Benjamin Foster from Foster and Holmes Architecture." Ben said, "Actually, we already know each other." An hour later, 2 coffees cooling untouched in the hospital cafeteria. We talked for 3 hours. He said he had never stopped thinking about me, never understood why I left. Every relationship he'd tried had felt like an attempt to replace something irreplaceable. I told him most of the truth. My parents had forced us apart. I had been pregnant when they separated us. I had a daughter, born August 2017, placed for closed adoption. I had no way of knowing where she was. What I didn't tell him, what I had genuinely convinced myself was true, was that the paternity was uncertain. In the devastation of those months, I had constructed a story where the timing was ambiguous. Trauma doesn't follow logic. It builds whatever narrative allows you to function. I was wrong, but I didn't know that yet. We rebuilt slowly, carefully. Couples counseling started in November 2023, a therapist specializing in adoption trauma. Ben listened. He asked good questions. He took notes in a small notebook. I thought he was trying to understand me better. He was building a plan. December 20th, 2024. Rooftop of his apartment in Cambridge. Sharp winter air, the Charles River below like hammered glass. Mason jars with candles. He knelt and said, "I lost 8 years with you. I cannot lose another 8 days." Vintage sapphire ring, his grandmother's. A family heirloom for the family we're building. I said yes before he finished the sentence. Standing on that rooftop with the ring on my finger, I told him the rest. The timeline. The possibility the child was his. His face didn't register what I expected. Anger, recalibration, withdrawal. Instead, something unyielding settled across his features. "If there is any possibility she is ours," he said, "I need to know. Closed adoption doesn't mean impossible." 3 weeks later, he ordered a 23andMe kit. February 2025. Results. Standard European ancestry breakdown. No close family matches. He stared at the screen. "Nothing," he said. I told him I'd expected as much. What neither of us understood: DNA databases are never static. Every new participant triggers automated matching against all existing profiles. 6 months later, a small girl in Brooklyn spit into a tube at a doctor's suggestion, and everything changed. Jennifer Walsh is a pediatrician in Brooklyn. Her husband Michael teaches high school history. They adopted their daughter as an infant and had always been completely transparent with her about it. Told her early, answered every question honestly, never suggested the subject was closed. At a routine checkup in August 2025, the doctor asked about family cardiac history. "Unknown. She's adopted." He suggested a genetic test for medical records. That evening, Jennifer mentioned it to Michael. "Worst case, we learn her ancestry." They ordered the kit. Their daughter Lily found the whole thing mildly amusing. She spit in a tube, mailed it, forgot about it immediately. September 3rd, 2025. Results. The system flagged a close family match. Benjamin Foster. Possible father. Age 31, Massachusetts. Jennifer and Michael stared at the screen. Simultaneously, on the other side of Boston, Ben's phone buzzed. New close family match. Lily W., age 8, parent managed account, Massachusetts. He told me later he stared at that notification for a full hour. Lily, born August 2017, Massachusetts. He didn't tell me immediately. He needed certainty before he gave me hope he couldn't sustain. So he did what Ben does with every complex problem. He built a plan before he opened his mouth. September 4th. Ben hired a private investigator, a former Boston detective specializing in adoption reunions, discreet, experienced in public records navigation. Within days, Jennifer Walsh, 43, pediatrician, Michael Walsh, 45, high school teacher, female dependent, age 8, school enrollment records, Lily Walsh, 3rd grade, Brookline Elementary, school website, class photos from the previous year, 2nd grade, front row, 3rd from the left, purple shirt, dark curls, gap-toothed smile. Ben called me to his apartment on September 21st. He said, "I found her." I thought he was joking. He put his phone on the table. The 23andMe match. The investigator's report. The photograph. I collapsed. I don't clearly remember the next hour. I know I was crying. I know Ben was holding me. I know I kept saying how over and over, unable to process the answer. He explained everything slowly. The DNA test. The database hit. The 6 months of waiting. The investigator. Then he said, "Juliet, the match says I'm her father. It's not someone else. She is ours." 8 years, 90 seconds on a hospital bed at 3 a.m., 8 birthday cards in a box with no address. And now, a gap-toothed smile in a purple shirt. Her name was Lily. October 2025. Ben retained Helen Strickland, family law attorney, adoption specialist. Our goal was not reclamation. We understood that was not how adoption worked, nor what we wanted. Lily had parents who loved her. We wanted contact, if the Walsh family was willing. Massachusetts law permits birth parent contact only with the adoptive parent's full consent. If they refused, we had no legal recourse. Helen sent a formal letter. 3 weeks of silence. I began preparing myself for the version where closed truly meant closed. Then Jennifer Walsh called. Ben and I sat in Helen's office, hands locked together, barely breathing. Jennifer's voice on speakerphone was warm and careful. A woman who has chosen her words. "We have always wanted Lily to know her birth parents. We tried to maintain contact after the adoption, but the agency told us the birth mother had requested complete severance." She paused. "We were told you wanted no further communication." A chill moved through me. I had never said that. My parents had. "Lily asks about her birth mother every year on her birthday," Jennifer continued. "We always promised we would help her find you when she was ready. We had no idea you were already looking." Ben and I were both in tears. "We don't feel threatened," Jennifer said. "Lily is lucky to have more people who love her. We would be honored to facilitate a meeting." We scheduled it for February 14th, Valentine's Day. Family therapist present, 1 hour. The Walsh residence in Brooklyn. December 2025. The Walshes sent photos and stories through the attorney. Lily loves art. She plays violin. She wants to be a veterinarian. 3rd grade. Favorite color? Purple. Jennifer sent a scanned drawing Lily had made the year before. A family portrait. 2 adults, Mom Jennifer and Dad Michael. A girl in the center, me. And in the background, 2 shadow figures marked with question marks. Jennifer wrote, "Lily drew this last year. She envisioned you with long, dark hair and kind eyes. Her accuracy was remarkable. I studied that drawing for an hour. She had been thinking about me. All those years when I sat in a parking lot whispering into the dark. She had been drawing my silhouette on her wall in Brooklyn." February 14th, 2026. Blue Victorian house. Window boxes. Lily's artwork on the refrigerator. Jennifer and Michael at the door, exactly as their photographs suggested. Kind eyes, grounded energy, people with nothing to prove. Therapist Dr. Reeves laid out the guidelines. Let Lily set the pace. This is her story too. Then Lily came in, 8 years old, dark curly hair, purple dress. She crossed the room directly to me and looked up with the focused, measuring gaze of a child who takes information seriously. "Are you Juliet?" I nodded. My voice was somewhere in the region of my chest. "I've been waiting to meet you." She was holding a photo album she had made herself. Cardstock, glitter, adhesive letters across the front. Lily's life. "I made this." She walked me through every page. 6 months old, first birthday, first day of kindergarten, violin recital, art show. She narrated each photograph matter-of-factly, not to cause pain, simply to share the record of her existence, the way children present things they are proud of. When she reached the last page, she closed the album and looked at me. "Did you want to keep me?" That question found me somewhere undefended. "Yes," I said. "More than anything. But I was 18, and my parents wouldn't allow it. They arranged the adoption without giving me a real choice. I have regretted it every single day since August 13th, 2017. She absorbed this with the solemn concentration of a person taking evidence. Then, "So, why didn't you find me sooner?" Ben said quietly. "Because we didn't know how until now." She looked from him to me. "So you're like my original parents?" "Yes." "Cool." She stood. "Want to see my room?" Celestial blue walls, stars on the ceiling, violin in the corner, artwork everywhere. On one wall, the family portrait with the shadow figures and question marks. She saw me looking. "I drew that last year. I didn't know what you looked like, so I just made shadows. But now I can finish it." She picked up markers. Long brown hair for me, tall with glasses for Ben. He doesn't wear glasses, but she gave them to him anyway. She labeled the figures Juliet and Ben, not Mom and Dad, our names. That was right. We hadn't earned those names yet. After Lily went to practice violin, Jennifer and Michael sat with us. Jennifer said, "Lily is lucky to have 4 people who show up for her." Michael said, "We've always believed adoption means more love, not less." We agreed on a plan. Weekly visits, no pressure, let Lily lead. Before we left, she made us pinky promise to return the following week. Driving back through Brooklyn, I felt a lightness I had forgotten the texture of. We had found her. She was healthy, loved, whole. We were going to get to know her. Then I remembered. My parents had no idea, and our wedding was 6 weeks away. We visited Lily 3 more times before everything collapsed. February 21st, February 28th, March 7th. With each visit, she opened further. School projects, violin performances, questions about our family medical history. "Do I get my curly hair from you?" "Yes." "And my father's smile?" "Yes." By the 3rd visit, she gave a brief, slightly sideways goodbye hug. I wept in the car for 12 minutes. Ben kept his eyes on the road and said nothing, which was exactly right. On March 7th, Lily looked up and said, "Jennifer told me you're getting married soon. Can I come?" Ben had the invitation in his jacket pocket. He had been waiting for the right moment. That evening, we considered telling my parents about Lily before the wedding. We decided against it. Shield her from their reaction until afterward. Protect Lily first. Our most significant miscalculation. February 28th, around 3 p.m. My mother was driving through Brooklyn to visit a friend. She stopped at a red light. She saw Ben on the sidewalk, holding the hand of a small girl with dark curls. The specific gait, the specific hair, exactly like me at 8 years old. Patricia Anderson followed them, watched Ben walk the girl to a house on Stieman Street, wrote down the address, spent the next 24 hours working through property records, social media, adoption registries, with the focused efficiency of a woman who has always understood that information is leverage. By Saturday morning, she had everything. Sunday, March 1st, 9 a.m. Ben was at the grocery store. A hard, rapid knock. My parents walked past me into the living room. We need to discuss the child. What followed was 2 weeks of siege. Every weapon in their arsenal deployed in sequence. Threats. We will tell the church you are harassing the adoptive family. Guilt. After everything we have done for you. Bribery. We will fund a European honeymoon if you stop this immediately. Manipulation. You will only confuse and damage that innocent child. None of it worked. I blocked their number on March 13th. They moved to their final option. Tell Ben everything, assume he didn't know, watch the wedding collapse. The dinner invitation had been dispatched 3 weeks earlier. They had planned an intervention even before discovering Lily. Now it would serve a different purpose entirely. I recognized it as a trap. Refusing would cause a greater public spectacle. Ben said, "Let them try. I have documented everything." He opened a folder on his phone labeled Lily. Inside, 23andMe confirmation. Correspondence with the Walshes, therapist's notes, legal timeline, photographs of the three of us, a letter from Jennifer Walsh. What if they say something we can't counter? I asked. Then we debunk it together. March 14th, 14 days before the wedding. The Anderson house, stately colonial immaculate grounds, church directories stacked in the foyer. My mother at the door. Excessive warmth, too many compliments. "Benjamin, you look so handsome. Juliet, you are so fortunate." The current beneath it. "You could have done better." Dining room, white china, crystal, pot roast. 4 settings, the 4th chair empty. My father said a long grace, heavy emphasis on honesty, transparency, the sanctity of marriage. My mother served the pot roast with hostess perfect precision. I lifted my fork. "There is something you need to know about Juliet before you marry her." My father's accusations. My mother's hiss. And then, one by one, Ben dismantled every word. When my father escalated to calling her a bastard child, cast aside like refuse, Ben set his fork down for the final time. "I know exactly who the father is." Silence so complete I could hear the candle flames. "I am. 23andMe confirmed it 6 months ago." My mother's face went the white of something structural failing. My father. The timeline. August 2017. Juliet and I were together in December 2016. You separated us in January 2017 when she was 2 months pregnant. You arranged a closed adoption to conceal your embarrassment. Shall I continue? My mother found her voice. "You have no right to know my own daughter," Ben said. Interesting position for the supposed grandparents. My father stood. "Even if that's accurate, that child is legally adopted. You have no claim." "We have been in contact with her for 6 weeks," Ben said, with her adoptive parents' full knowledge and legal guidance. He placed his phone on the table and opened a photograph. Dated March 7th. Lily, Ben, and me. Smiling. She was holding a hand-drawn sign. "See you at the rehearsal dinner." My mother stared at the image. Then she looked up and delivered the line she had come to say, the one she had been building toward all evening. "She abandoned her own child like garbage. She is corrupted to her core." Ben's voice, when it came, was entirely flat and cold. "She abandoned no one. You took her daughter, and you are about to lose your own." My mother stood, trembling. "If you continue this, we will not attend the wedding. We will tell everyone at church what kind of woman she truly is." Ben opened his folder. "Please do. Here is what we have. 23andMe paternity confirmation. Correspondence with the Walsh family, who tried to contact Juliet for years and were told by the agency she had requested complete severance. She never said that. You did. Therapist's notes documenting coerced consent. Hospital records showing her explicit refusal overridden by family pressure. A legal timeline showing how quickly this was arranged, and a written statement from Jennifer Walsh. My father, voice tight. "You've been building a case against us." "We've been protecting Lily from you," Ben said. "There's a difference." My mother's final threat. She would call the Walsh family that night, tell them I was unstable, that we were harassing them. "They're expecting the call," Ben said. "They know your complete history. They have their own legal representation." My mother's voice finally broke, not with grief, but with the sound of something that has run out of leverage. "You've been planning this." "We've been protecting our daughter," Ben said. "Something you should have done 11 years ago." I stood, ring on my finger. I looked at my mother and did not raise my voice. "Effective immediately. You are not invited to the wedding, the rehearsal dinner, or any event in our lives. You lost the right to call yourselves my parents the day you stole my daughter." We left, silence in the car. Then I said, "They won't stop." Ben said, "I know. That's why I invited them to the rehearsal dinner." I stared at him. He had sent those invitations 3 weeks before this dinner, when my parents were still only a threat on the horizon. He had anticipated they would eventually find Lily. He wanted the confrontation to happen in public, in front of witnesses, so whatever they said and whatever they did could never be quietly revised into a more comfortable version afterward. What if it goes wrong? Then 40 people will see exactly who they are, and so will Lily. March 28, 2026. 6 p.m., the Fairmont Copley Plaza. 40 guests, both families, hospital colleagues, architecture partners, college friends, and 5 members of my parents' own church congregation. People who had known them for 20 years and had always been told a very particular story about what kind of family the Andersons were. Walsh family at table 1, near the exit, so Jennifer could take Lily out quietly if it escalated. Dinner began well. Salmon, roasted vegetables, good wine. The best man's toast was genuinely funny. Claire's speech made me cry twice. Ben's father spoke about finding your way back to the person you were always supposed to be beside. My parents arrived at 6:15. Deliberately late, late enough to be noticed, early enough to not be excluded. Patricia in navy and pearls, George in a dark suit, the complete image of respectability. They took their seats at table 8, near the exit, more speeches. Then Ben stood. The room went quiet. Most of you know Juliet and I dated in high school and were separated for 8 years. What you may not know is that the separation was not voluntary. Family interference, deliberate, sustained, and carefully concealed, kept us apart. He glanced once at table 8. But 3 years ago, we found each other again. And this time, we came back with more than we had before. He paused. "There is someone else who wants to say hello tonight." He nodded toward the door. It opened. Jennifer Walsh stepped in, holding the hand of a young girl in a white dress with a purple sash. "Lily." The room went absolutely silent. Lily walked between the tables, small and completely steady in a room full of strangers. She reached the head table. She looked at me. She smiled the gap-toothed smile I had first seen in a school photograph on an investigator's report 6 months ago. "Hi," she said. "I'm Lily." She turned to face the room. Her voice was small and absolutely clear. "I'm Juliet and Ben's daughter, biological daughter. I have 2 moms and 2 dads. It's kind of a lot, but it's also kind of cool." A voice from somewhere. "You have a daughter?" Claire stood from table 3. "Yes, and it is a beautiful story. Let them tell it." Ben gave it to the room in 3 minutes. Clean, direct. 8 years ago, Juliet and I were separated. She was pregnant with our daughter, and I didn't know. Her family arranged a closed adoption without her informed consent. For 8 years, we believed we'd never find her. Then 23 and me made a match. The Walsh family, Jennifer and Michael, were extraordinary in allowing us to reconnect. Jennifer stood, hand on Lily's shoulder. "Lily is fortunate to have so many people who love her. We are honored to share her with Juliet and Ben." From table 8, a chair scraped the floor. My mother stood. Patricia Anderson, navy and pearls, 40 years of carefully constructed social standing in this city. "This is inappropriate," This child has no business being here. This is manipulation? Ben's sister Caroline looked up from table 5. Excuse me, who are you? I am Juliet's mother. The mother who forced an 18-year-old to give up her baby? We did what was best. Ben's father stood, slowly, with the authority of a man who rarely raises his voice precisely because he has never needed to. Best for whom? Not for Juliet. Not for Lily. Not for my son, who spent 8 years not knowing he had a daughter. My mother turned back toward the room, gripped my father's arm, and then, in a move I did not anticipate, turned and looked directly at Lily. Whatever she was about to say, Lily spoke first. She looked up at my mother with the level, quiet regard of an 8-year-old who has already formed her conclusion. Are you my grandmother? Absolute silence. Juliet told me I have biological grandparents who wished I'd never been born, Lily said, without heat, without accusation, simply reporting what she understood to be true. Is that you? Patricia Anderson had nothing left. Ruth, an elderly woman who had been a member of my parents' church for over 20 years, stood from table 6. Patricia, I have known you for 2 decades. I have never been more disappointed in anyone I have called a friend. One by one, others spoke. A colleague from the pediatric unit. Juliet is the most compassionate nurse on that floor. She deserves every bit of this. Ben's business partner. This family is extraordinary. Anyone who can't see that is welcome to find the door. One of the church members, from Patricia's own congregation, stood and said simply, Forcing your daughter to give up her child is not love. It has never been love. Ruth said, Patricia, George, this is a celebration. You need to leave. My mother straightened, took my father's arm, moved toward the door, stopped once, turned back. You will all regret this, Juliet. Every single one of you. Then she walked out. The door closed. The room held one collective breath. Then someone, I still don't know who, began to clap. Then the next table. Then everyone, standing. 40 people giving a standing ovation not for the expulsion, but for what remained. Lily, and Ben, and Jennifer, and Michael, and something that had survived 8 years of forced silence and walked into a hotel ballroom in a purple sash and introduced itself. Lily looked around, wide-eyed. Why are they clapping? Because we're a family, I said. All of us? All of us. She looked at me with the particular shyness that lives just before trust. The moment before a child decides to commit. Can I call you Mom, Juliet? Or is that weird since I already have a mom? Call me whatever feels right. She thought about it with complete seriousness. Mom Juliet and Mom Jennifer, I like that. It's like built-in backup. She took my hand, unprompted, no therapist in the room. The first time. Someone in the back was still clapping. The next day, we were married. March 29th, 2026, 3 p.m., Old South Church, Boston. 128 guests. My parents were not among them. Lily was the flower girl. White dress with purple flowers. She walked down the aisle ahead of me with total composure and the slight expression of someone who takes ceremonial responsibilities seriously. Ben's eyes filled when he saw us both coming toward him. I watched him watching her and thought, 8 years. He lost 8 years of her. And he found her anyway. The way he builds everything, quietly, methodically, without announcing it until the work was already done. Our vows included one line Ben had written and shown me the night before. I promise to always choose truth over comfort and love over fear. The photographer took many photographs. The one that sits on our mantelpiece now. Lily, Ben, and me. All 3 holding hands in a circle. All laughing at something someone had just said. That specific, unconstructed joy that cannot be arranged, only caught. Beside it, the Polaroid from 2017. 6 pounds, 8 ounces. Dark hair. The only other photograph I have of her from that time. 2 photographs. 8 years apart. The same person, continuous, uninterrupted, even when I couldn't see her. 1 week after the wedding, I mailed a certified letter to my parents. I will not be in contact with you. You are not welcome in my life, my marriage, or my daughter's life. If you attempt contact with any of us, I will pursue every available legal recourse. You had 18 years to choose love over control. You chose control. I am choosing a different path. No reply. I had expected to feel guilty. I felt free, completely and straightforwardly free, in a way I hadn't felt since I was 16 years old in a library, looking at a drawing of a house with a wraparound porch. I later heard through a church acquaintance that my parents had quietly left Grace Community Church. Too many questions about that granddaughter. They could no longer control the narrative. The congregation had turned. The progressive, compassion-first congregation that was never really theirs anymore. The birthday cards. 8 sealed envelopes in the back of a closet. 1 per year. Written and never sent. On Lily's 9th birthday, August 13th, 2026, I brought the box to Jennifer's house in Brooklyn and set it on the kitchen table. Lily looked at it. "What's in there?" "Letters. One for every birthday I missed." She opened them oldest first. The first was short and unsteady. I had been 22, barely formed in my grief. "You would be one today. I wonder if you're walking. I wonder if you have my eyes." By the 5th letter, she had gone very quiet. The specific quiet of a child absorbing something too large for an immediate response. The 8th letter, written last August 13th, sitting in that parking lot for the final time, 3 weeks before Ben would show me a photograph, said, "You are 8 today. I still don't know your name. I still don't know your face. But I think about you every single day without exception. I need you to know, wherever you are, that you were wanted. You were held. Someone in this world has never stopped counting." Lily folded it carefully along its original creases and placed it back in its envelope. "Can I keep these?" "They were always for you." She picked up the box and held it against her chest with both arms. The way children hold something they have decided belongs to them permanently. Jennifer was in the kitchen doorway. She turned away quietly, not out of pain, but to give us the moment. That is the kind of mother she is, always knowing when to step back. Michael brought out the birthday cake, chocolate, purple frosting, 9 candles. All 4 of us around the table, me, Ben, Jennifer, Michael. Lily at the center with the box of letters on the chair beside her, studying the candles with the focused gravity of someone who takes wishes seriously. "What are you going to wish for?" Michael asked. She looked up. "I don't think I need a wish," she said. "I think I already got it." She blew out all 9 candles in one breath. This is our life now. Lily lives with Jennifer and Michael in Brooklyn. That is her home, her school, her primary family. Wednesday dinners with us. Every other weekend, family therapy. All 6 of us, plus Dr. Reeves. It works in a way that surprises people until they spend 5 minutes watching it. She calls Jennifer and Michael Mom and Dad. She calls us Mom Jules and Dad Ben. 4 emergency contacts on every school form. 4 parents at every birthday. She once explained it to a classmate. "I have 4 parents. It's like having built-in backup." She has a bedroom in our apartment now. Purple walls, her choice, stars on the ceiling, violin in the corner, artwork on every surface. She drew a new family portrait for that wall. All 6 of us this time. No shadows, no question marks. Just names and faces, and the specific slightly oversized glasses she still insists on giving Ben even though he doesn't wear them. I used to drive to a hospital parking lot every August 13th and whisper into the dark, counting years, wondering if she ever thought about me. Last August 13th, my phone rang at 7 p.m. Lily. "Mom Jules," she said. "Did you know it's my birthday?" "I know," I said. I've known every single one. A pause, the kind that means something is being understood. Okay, cool. Jennifer made cake. Want to FaceTime? We were on the phone for 45 minutes. The sketch Ben gave me on my 17th birthday hangs in our hallway now, framed between the Polaroid from 2017 and the photograph from the rehearsal dinner. A house with a wraparound porch, wide windows, trees on all sides. A someday project. For when I have a family. He drew that nursery facing east for morning light in every sketchbook for 8 years without knowing why. Now we know. Some things are built before you understand what they're for. Some people find their way back through a DNA database and a gap-toothed smile in a school photograph. Some families are not the ones you were assigned at birth. They are the ones who never stopped counting. And then one day, answered the phone.